dialing it back in here because Ethan and I were having this conversation, and I think this is one of our our rare times where we may hear Ethan speak on this. Oh yeah, no, just dialing it back a bit. So obviously, being I'm not going to call you an international rock star yet because I don't think you've played internationally. Steph can weigh in on this as well if she wants to. Everyone remembers
Not a
Steph.
national rock star either.
Yeah, not a national rock star
What the
either,
fuck
but
is up?
last time Steph you were on here we were talking about Taylor Swift and Survivor, and I'm excited that you have now made an appearance once again.
Oh my gosh, it's once again an honor. I'm
Well,
stoked.
so this is maybe perfect for you to chime in here because before this episode, because I know you love talking about sports, but I also like having the deep life talks with you, you know? And
It's good to mix it up every now and again. Like I just can't shut the fuck up about, baseball, hockey, football. I really
yeah, exactly. So we gotta mix it up here. So you two kind of have an outside perspective because for those who don't know, Jude and Steph have been together almost 10 years, which is an amazing milestone.
thank you.
And so you guys haven't had to experience the horrors of the current state of the dating world like Ethan and I had to.
Oh my god, I'm so
So,
excited for the segment. Okay. Alright.
well, no, just well, like any outside advice looking in. Well, let's start there. Let's start there.
Well, you might want to bring up like the prompt that you were talking about before.
So we were talking about Ethan's experience on Hinge and the idea of I got to be careful with my words here, but the idea of a lot of the profiles being overly posed and not in necessarily an attractive
Well, no, 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 no. Okay, no,
way.
no, no. Okay, let me stop you
So
there. It
then,
wasn't in an attractive way. It's just me personally. I hate taking photos. Like it's like a fear of mine. I don't want to be in a photo. I'll never ask anyone to take a photo of me, unless it's like a big deal. Like I was at the Coliseum. Obviously, I'm gonna get someone to take a photo of me. But when I see
Yeah.
someone with an overly posed photo, I'm just like, how the fuck do you just get someone to take this photo of you?
well, because it's
I
their
know, but
friend
like
and they set it
I
up
would
and
just be
and
so
they
awkward to
stage
ask
it.
that. Like that's just so embarrassing to me.
Steph, how many
Honestly,
have you ever taken photos of your single friends
Well, no,
for
not just
those
no, just for
purposes, for either
anything.
dating
Just for
apps or
anything. Like, they'll
social
be in a fucking
media?
coffee shop and they're taking a
I
photo.
don't
Like, just drink your coffee. Like, fuck.
no, but that's different. That's different. That's no, because I think there's some photos where it's like, oh, we were in a coffee shop. That's gonna look cute. Take a photo of me versus let's stage a photo that I can either
yes.
post up purposely on social media or for a dating app. I think those are two different scenarios, Ethan.
Very different approaches as well. It's like I'm here to get photos versus like, oh, this looks like a cute photo opportunity. Very different.
Yeah, I'm just,
Yeah, because like Jude
I'm
and
just,
I
I
took
envy.
a bunch of photos on my drive up to Penticton when we were when I was moving. So like I'm not
Oh,
using those on the apps or like social media or whatever. It's
I
just
think
in
I'm
the
just, I
moment
think I'm just
kind of
projecting
right.
stuff.
my own insecurities. Like, I'm just jealous that these women are comfortable in just taking these photos because I personally just cannot do it.
This is gonna sound like probably the most fucking pick me thing on the planet, but I actually commiserate with you, Ethan. I do not understand how women take such great photos because it like I just get so uncomfortable. I
I
can't
don't know how to
fucking
smile.
do it. And like the minute, yeah, how the fuck are you supposed to do it? It's like I see the photos, I'm like, why
I
is my
know.
face
I
doing
just,
that?
it's awful. It's actually torture.
It's horrible.
But I feel like too though, you have to understand that from a certain perspective because a big part of I would say your arsenal of life skills that you have is photography, which obviously I'm well aware of. Like my previous engagement, you took the engagement photos. So like you do have a vast portfolio of photo taking.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I definitely do feel more comfortable
Yeah, absolutely.
behind it. Like, you know?
That's why I
Yeah.
do the production for this. I don't want to be on the fucking webcam.
Right? But then
So-
at the same time, secretly, I'm also like, I have no photos
Exactly,
of myself doing a fun
exactly.
thing. I have all of my friends
Exactly.
doing it. Like, how lucky for them.
I've seen your camera roll there.
Oh,
There's
So,
not
You
really
don't mind
though.
taking pictures of yourself.
No, it's not like
okay.
that.
Nolan, do you
It's
want to
really
get into
not.
your thing?
So-
what you were saying before, though?
So yeah, so I guess before before we get into it, it's gonna be a hot take as I'm known for. But before we get into it, it's like with the objective, I was telling Ethan, I said if I'm looking at a dating profile, I don't like having a lot of post photos, right? Like you get one that shows you're putting effort into this, so that's awesome, but like that's really all I want. I'd rather have like you with your friends or you with your family or like doing an activity or just something because if I'm dating you in real life, it's it's not gonna you're not gonna look posed like 99% of the time. Like if you know what I'm saying. So I guess just from like I don't know if you have this perspective or if you've had these conversations because obviously you once again been in a committed relationship for a very long time. But from the female perspective, is there a certain angle when it comes to having all these like post photos on a profile?
Oh, you know what? I guess, yeah. Like okay, from what I've heard, and I wish I could share some of the shit that I've been screenshotted and sent.
Don't use
From
names.
Fuck, it's funny. Okay, I won't. Um, but I will say I think it's probably most hated to see posed photos that are so obviously like they got their buddy to take this and take a few and like wait to get the right one. You know, buddy guy went into his photo album and went and favorited them for his Hinge profile and also got some like
So you're saying from the guy's
obvious.
perspective too, like it goes both ways, is what you're saying.
I feel, yeah, if I'm answering your question correctly, like I, it's fucking uncomfortable. But then at the same time, I don't want to. Okay, when I'm reviewing my friend, I'm gonna use names. When I'm reviewing my friend Maddie's hinges that she's sending me, I'm like, who is it? When it's all group photos, I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. Which one is it? She's like, you tell me. I'm like, okay, I've got no idea. So I guess left, swipe left, right?
Well, I don't think you don't swipe on Hinge, but sure.
I don't fucking know. But
Well, you've
yeah,
never had to use it, so there you
I've never
go.
had to use it.
If you knew exactly how to use it, that'd be a huge red flag.
You know what? I will say the most entertaining FaceTimes with my friends is when they're going through like their Hinge or Tinders, and it's like it feels like I'm watching a show. I'm just like, this is so fucking entertaining. But I will say the cringiest posts are when they're posed or when you can tell their ex-girlfriend took the photo of them and they're recycling the photo. That's fucking hilarious.
How can you tell that?
It's like you'll see like her keys are obviously on the table, or like there's like a drink with some lipstick on it. Like there's just subtle signs where it's like he was sat across a woman for this photo, and that's
You,
fucking funny to me.
you know what's so funny too is okay, so I've never made the mistake of doing that, right?
But
The one thing I will say, I don't think my facial structure has changed in that many years, right? I think it stayed very consistently the same. And yeah, there we go. Ethan's confirmed it, and so I'm not on any dating apps currently. But when
Well, you know what?
stop.
Just to interrupt. Gotta interrupt you there. You want to change your facial structure, brother? Get yourself a jaws or sizer right here. You know, you pop her in 5-10 minutes a day. Obviously, I'm not a good example because I do this so infrequently, even though I literally own the device and could do it so easily. Tones a fucking jawline. Look up AJ Hawk, all right? Green Bay Packers, all-time leading tackler, big advocate of the jaws or sizer, okay?
okay,
Please, Jaws or Sizer, see this, sponsor us, give us money. I bought your product with my own money, okay? Has it worked yet? No, because I don't use it frequently. But one of these days, give her a few months, I'm gonna be fucking jawline fucking cut.
okay. Well, so first of all, yes, please sponsor us. We'll tag you. Second of all, I wasn't saying that because I feel like I need to change my jawline. I feel like I'm pretty okay with my facial structure. That wasn't coming from a place of insecurity. The point I was trying to make is that I'm not on any apps now, but when I was still using photos that Chelsea took of me back in the day, if you know who that is. Not with any evidence. Obviously, none of this evidence. There was no keys in the background or anything. But I feel like in some ways you can get away with it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, as long as it's not obvious. And yeah, I guess as you said, if you look the same, then that's fine. That's fine. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, like, and Ethan confirmed it that I haven't really changed my looks at all. Maybe I should.
maybe
Maybe
the
we need a
long hair
makeover.
to now, but other than that,
Yeah, obviously I don't have any long hair. I wasn't using any
Bring
long
the
hair
fucking
photos.
hair back,
no,
dude. That's what I'm
don't,
talking
no,
about.
it was
Maybe
bad,
maybe
Jude. It was
not that
bad.
long, but
No, I need
oh,
to grow it out. Look
Yeah,
at
the
this
hair-
hairline. I need
Yeah,
to
what
grow
I'm
it
saying.
out so I can
Maybe
cover it.
maybe not like, 80s fucking rock star length, but I have yet to see Nolan let his hair go a little bit hog
It
wild
was
and,
bad.
and
It was
just
bad, Jude.
Next thing you know, we're doing a pod a year from now, and I just look like Dave Sabo.
no.
fuck yeah, the snake, baby. Let's go.
I'm gonna say from experience, this if this is experience at all, when Jude had his long hair and he had pretty much as long of hair as I did, and he could tie it up.
Okay.
No, that's
Well,
I'm just gonna say no.
But guess what, Nolan? Still here.
Hey,
oh,
Oh, is it a deal
Oi!
breaker?
Ain't a
Is it a
deal
deal
breaker.
breaker?
Ain't a deal
I
breaker.
don't
there we
think
go.
so.
You know what? I will say that. First of all, I'll say if anyone who watches this and they know who Dave Sabo is, please like it just for that, because I
If
feel like not many people will.
if you know who Dave Sabo is, you are a peak human.
And
I don't know who he is.
That's okay. Yeah, that's all right.
okay, well, moving
and
on.
if you don't, you might learn something today. You might find a new favorite band. Shout out Skid Row.
And if you want a song to cry to, listen to "In a Darkened Room." Very good song.
Real.
There we go.
If you want a song to maybe have a couple drinks before you hop behind the wheel, chuck on Monkey Business. I'm just kidding. We gotta cut that. We gotta cut that.
No, we can keep that. We don't endorse. We don't endorse drinking and drink. We're getting
just-
way off the rails.
Let's go. Well, you can cut that, Ethan. But
I need to interrupt. Jude's most favorite joke right now is talking about what songs are best to drink and drive to. That's his most recent stem, and just the thing that's been on.
Dude, I've just been seeing there's so many Instagram posts right now about top 5 drunk driving songs, and it's always like Kickstart My Heart, Lagrange, Freebird, just the fucking classics, Panama. Yeah, come on, you're telling me you don't want to just fire up the fucking car and get behind them.
It was that hey, when we were jamming together, "Have a Drink on Me" was one of our go-tos. Nothing, right? So great drunk driving song.
Yeah.
Once again, we don't endorse that at all.
No, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. We can cut that if you want, or leave it, whatever. I mean,
You know what? We'll leave it up to Ethan. Ethan's the producer.
Yeah. Obviously we don't endorse. It's a joke, okay? You can laugh a
People
little
take
bit,
things too
people.
seriously. I was talking all my shit about Calvin Pickard, and they all got mad at me. People need to lighten up. If you got it, this is PSA here. If the biggest problem in your life is what I say or what Jude says on a podcast, you may want to reevaluate your life
Yeah.
a little bit.
Ethan, you can leave that in, but maybe don't clip it for social. Okay.
No, okay, so just dialing it back a bit though.
Oh, yeah.
So the comment that I made that Ethan wanted me to address is I said I feel like the problem with the way modern dating works in not all the time. This isn't 100%. This is going to sound like a blanket statement. It's obviously not a blanket statement. The problem generally lies with the women.
Damn. Okay, carry
And-
on.
And so here's my thing. I don't think the guys do a good job of showing up. I'm just going to say that right there. The guys, I think there's a lot of guys that set the bar real low, right?
Fair.
A lot of shit guys, a lot of guys, terrible people, right? A lot of guys are really nice people. A lot of guys are terrible people. So this isn't saying that all women are bad, all guys are great. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, it's probably the opposite. It's probably close to 50-50. If not, you're going to have guys that have no clue what they're doing when it comes to the dating world, or are just there for bad reasons, right?
Right.
So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is though is I feel like there's been a societal trend that has um shifted more towards female independence.
Mm-hmm.
And that almost makes the bar so high for a lot of guys that they get discarded immediately because they're not showing up to that bar right away and they don't get a chance to show what's under the surface.
Damn.
This guy went philosophical with it.
Yeah. I'm trying to like.
I just don't like being rejected. That's my whole thing. So I just don't try anymore.
I mean, what is it you feel like you've noticed? Like, if you've speculated enough, like, what is it something you feel is possibly
So
like
I feel,
quote unquote missing? Like, what are you not doing right? Do you figure?
oh, what am I not doing right
Both of you.
specifically?
Yeah,
I
both
know
of you.
exactly what I'm not doing right. I know exactly what I'm not doing right. 100%.
Bring
I
out
am
the list.
I am no 100%. I will admit this because like if you think about it, knowing my dating history, which we're not going to go into, I'm fairly out of practice due to certain situations. So one of the things, just general selection, and I was actually talking about this with my therapist. Shout out to
Queen.
Julia, because it's always good. I always say therapy is always good, because it's like having a car. You got to service it every once in a while, right?
Totally.
You know.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna butcher her last name, but I want to give her a big shout out if anyone needs therapy.
Yeah. Shout out Scott McNeil. He's my king. Fucking 5 years going on.
No, but I don't think Jude's jaw people were either. I think you pronounce it Sedan Lowski or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very Polish sounding last name.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so what she said to me, she said, Nolan, when you're first getting to know ladies in the future, think if the way they are is something you would be happy with your future daughter growing into. And if the answer is no, don't date them. So
Fucking brilliant.
yeah, so
Absolutely brilliant.
we're not naming names, but part of my issue is selection. And or part of the past issue. The other
No
thing is
comment.
I am very bad at escalating romantic tension. So like I can have fun dates, but then it leaves with, oh, there's not much of a spark, right? So like that's my personal issue. That's not really where I was going with this. I was thinking more like traditional gender roles, like men technically took more of a provider role in the past, and a big part of that was monetary. And now we're seeing so many uh, women be so career focused and independent and driven, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a guy, this is where the guys have to do the work. There's work on both sides. If you're a guy and your whole identity is what you can provide with your finances, do some soul searching because you need more substance to you.
Thank you for saying that. Yep.
And so yeah, guys need to work on that. And then B, I feel like a lot of times guys may get discounted when there's other stuff they may be able to provide, like security, comfort, protection, emotional intelligence, but you don't see those things necessarily show up right away. It may take some time getting to know a person. By that point, they're already thrown to the side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying if a guy has no emotional intelligence, date him just to give him a chance. No, like if you know a guy's like dumb as fuck when it comes to relationships and communication, or if he's a sketchy dude, of course don't date him. Like there's shitty guys out there, of course, right? That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying there's work on both sides, and there's this societal shift I think that applies more of a barrier to entry for a lot of guys.
So I think overall, what I'm hearing is
There
that
we go.
you are not a big proponent of hookup culture, because to me it seems like a lot of the issues you're describing boil down to people not looking for long-term things most of the time.
I personally do not like hookup culture. Ladies, if you're out there and you're watching this, I'm not a hookup guy. That's never been my thing.
I'm
Um,
about a long time, not a good time, is your philosophy. Just kidding.
well, like, yeah, I guess like I don't
JK.
know, maybe Ethan can weigh in on this.
What's
And like I don't want to. I'm not shaming hookup
Oh,
culture
bro,
because like if that's your MO,
I've never,
I'm not
I'm no,
saying
I'm
you
no,
are.
I've
I'm just
never,
saying you may have a different
no,
perspective.
I've never ever in my life like, I'm a lover. Okay, I don't.
Yeah, so we're both in our lover boy eras right
Eras, I was
now,
born this way,
and
bro. I've always
yeah,
taught to love.
yeah, fair
Who's
enough.
up love?
And but like I've never seen the value in hookups because it's like it's the temporary high. Like what's gonna happen? We're gonna hook up
Right.
and then I'm just gonna feel the exact same way I did
Yeah,
about myself the next day. Like I'd rather work towards um, generating the momentum to build on something.
totally.
So to me, personally, hookups are a waste of time. Once again, I'm not shaming people. If you want to hook up and you find someone else that wants to hook up, all for it.
Totally.
Like you do
Bust a
you
nut,
kind
no
of thing.
worries.
Just not my thing personally.
I don't know. It's like fucking. Like I'm like a hopeless romantic, right? So if I ever get to that point,
Love.
if I get to that point, I'm like, oh, it's gotta mean more, right? Like this is like a sacred thing, and if it doesn't lead to more, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me, right? So
Yeah, I feel like that's the other thing too. It's like if you are, this is dating coach Nolan at this point. We've moved past hockey Nolan. This is dating coach Nolan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
title of this pod is Certified Lover Boys.
Steph, we should do a pod. That'd be so
Oh my
much
god, we
fun.
totally should.
I'm so down.
I
I
can't
don't
wait to
know
do
if
one of the
Ethan wants to
boys.
edit 2 pods, but I'm actually so down for this. But no, the one thing I want to say though is if you are going to be doing hookup culture and you fully know what you're engaging in and you catch feelings, I'm sorry, you have zero right to be upset if they ghost you, don't talk to you, treat you like you know what you're signing up for. So if you're not getting treated the way you want to be treated and you're engaging in that, it is 100% your own fault. Do not blame the other person.
I
Just
mean,
to put that out there.
at the same time though, like if you caught the feels, you caught the feels. But you also,
But you
yeah,
can't
you
blame
can't
the other
blame the other
person.
person. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's true.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
problem isn't catching the feels. The problem is projecting that onto the other person when they didn't
true.
sign up for that.
True. Yeah, I took his spot. And now you see how it feels.
Uh,
Yeah, asserting dominance.
Listening to a good conversation here.
Yeah, independent woman right here. You know what I mean? Taking the seat. So,
that's
Ethan, what's the status? Like, what's going on? Who are we seeing? Who are we flirting
no,
with? What's
nothing's
popping?
popping. It's dry. My phone is
Unfortunately, that was a bid. I want to see if you took it. You
my
did.
fit is
Go ahead.
my phone is dry as hell. Yeah, it's bad.
So, what are we doing to change it?
Wow, great question.
Okay,
On the
well, then you
spot.
can't complain if you're not doing anything
No,
to
I'm not
change it.
it's just whatever, you know. It's just how the cookie crumbles, eh? I mean, like I'm sending
Totally.
stuff, right? Like I'm sending, but like nothing. They're not taking the bait, and it's
Can you tell me about the most recent time that somebody maybe took the bait and then it
I
failed?
mean, I was seeing a girl for a couple months.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, a
that's
couple
it.
months.
Yeah,
That's
ended it.
all right. What did seeing her entail?
Well, we
What
were
were you
going on
doing?
dates.
Nice. Where'd you take her?
Well, the first day I was supposed to take her was to the Christmas market in Vancouver.
No one's
Yeah.
crying.
So, I'm trying not to laugh, but you ask like what it entails. He goes, "Oh well, went on some dates." It's like, no shit, you're seeing her for a couple months. I hope you went on some dates. Like, we need some more
I'm not
substance,
gonna
my
get
guy.
too fucking into it. Like Jesus Christ.
No, but like, give us a little bit more than that. Of course, you went on dates.
I don't know. I hate talking about my personal life. Hate it. My mom, she'll try to talk to me. I hate it. I shut it down instantaneously. I just don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I've just been like that. My dad's a very private guy, so it's like same thing.
Okay.
It's like we're very to our like.
Shut up,
I'm a
Greg.
very outgoing person, but when it comes to my personal life, I just do not. No. But yeah,
Mm.
but for the sake of the pod, I guess.
Can I speak for Ethan on this
I mean,
in a way?
Go for it, buddy.
go ahead.
I feel like, so obviously, like, I've hung out with Ethan as um in group settings and like one-on-one settings, and you can cut this out if you don't want this on the pod, Ethan, but I feel like Ethan is so charismatic
Totally.
whenever I'm around. Like, even we went to Dave Chappelle, right? And Ethan he was in his zone, and he was just vibing. And then it comes to other people, like outside of the bubble of people already in our social circle, and that all goes away. And I think that's just part of what the societal pressures, are on just people in general. Like, I think there's just a general fear of lack of acceptance in a lot of people, and it kind of dims the light that shines so brightly for a lot of people, including maybe Ethan. So I think it's easy to, I know this wasn't where you were going with it, but I think it's easy to ask people. It's like, oh, like, what are you doing to change your situation? But it's almost not just changing your situation. You kind of have to fake an identity where you're comfortable with something that you're really not
Yeah,
comfortable with. So
makes sense.
is that fair to say, Ethan?
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't think too hard about this stuff. I mean, I do definitely turn down. I can be a lot. Like, if you know me, I can be a lot.
Hmm.
But if you don't know me, I definitely.
I will
turn
say
down.
though,
But,
you are never too much for the right person.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's just like I said.
See, I think that's the problem.
If
I think we're gonna dissect your dating life for a second. I think you feel like you have to
me.
turn it down when you're meeting new people, but I think that may block it because you're not fully being yourself. And like, obviously, it's friendship is a little bit of a different situation than dating, but like,
Mhm.
we've been friends for almost 10 years. I can vouch for you pretty
What,
good.
you wanna date
Hey, what's that Justin Bieber song? Never say never.
me? Absolutely.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I can vouch for you that I think you would be a very fit person to date for all the single ladies out there. But part of that is because
I appreciate that, buddy.
I know who you are when you're not filtering yourself, so maybe you need to filter yourself less when you're presented in front of other people.
Well, I mean, I say some insane jokes, like absolutely diabolical jokes, and I can't say that to someone I just first like,
Yeah, you gotta
met. I
tip
gotta
the
like
toes
ease them
in.
into
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Gotta test the water,
Totally.
see how she is.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Like I said, like if I'm at a bar with my friends and we're drinking, and obviously there's attractive women there, like I'm no dummy, but like I'm just too. It's just I don't know. Going up to a girl and them saying no just like ruins your night. So it's like I'd rather have a guaranteed fun night than
Mm. Have you seen that?
than
Oh,
just
go ahead, keep going.
well, I'd rather just have a guaranteed fun night than go up to a girl, ask her to dance or buy her a drink or whatever
Right.
the fuck, and her saying no, and then just like ruining my
Mm.
night. And don't get me wrong, I've had success, but like it's like a blue moon success. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I will say, and I mean, this sounds so like, holy shit, she's on her phone. But have you seen the thing where a lot of people are saying, like, the more no's that happen get you closer to your yes? So it kind of changes your
Yeah,
perception of the no. It's like, okay, well, like, you kind of get more, not excited, but you're kind of like, oh, that's one more no that gets me closer to my yes. So it's kind of like, you just go
yeah,
for
but
it. But if it ruins your night, it's kind of like, okay, well,
like I'm a very emotional
right.
guy. So if that but so when they do say no, I'm like I'm pretty bummed out about it. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with
Right.
me? Like, what did they like about me? All I said was hello, and they already said no. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's how I look, and I expire, and I'm drunk, so it spirals.
Right.
It's just this whole. So I just like I'd rather just not.
That would be so tricky because I never think about, I mean, obviously, but I never really consider how hard that must truly be because a lot of guys obviously they just like put on the facade that it's fine if they get rejected or just whatever. You don't really think that maybe they're spiraling about it for the rest of the night, but that would fucking suck. Like that would super suck if I was in your shoes and like you just like are brave enough and like build up the courage to go and talk to somebody and then they shut you down in seconds. That would fucking blow.
Yeah. It takes a lot
No
of courage.
doubt.
Like, a lot of courage. I mean, I like there's some guys I absolutely envy at the bar. They go from one girl. I mean, I'm not like that. I'm just saying the fact that they can get shot down, go to another girl, get shot. Like, I'm like, how do you have this thick of skin? Like, it's
Yeah.
Can I?
Again, I don't think they're cool.
Okay,
I'm
good.
just saying, like, I envy the fact that they're able to get knocked down and keep going. Because if I get knocked down once,
Can I ask two questions and just no explanation, just answers? Like I just want the answer, no additional context yet, because I'm going somewhere with this. Ethan, how many out of the girls that you've gone up to in the past and they've said no, how many of them have told you a reason why? Or do they just say no, I'm not interested? Like what percentage would you say gives you like an actual legitimate reason?
Well, sometimes they don't even say a word. Sometimes just make a face, and then you just want to end it. But no, I don't ask for the. I just say, oh, okay, sorry. And I just walk
No,
away.
exactly.
I'm not
No,
gonna
that's not what I'm
berate the
saying.
chick
That's
for
not what
saying
I'm
no
saying.
to
This
me.
is why I don't want it with any other context yet. But a very low percentage gives you a reason. We'll say like maybe like 5%, 10%. You walk away with a legitimate reason.
Well, if it's a reason, it's they have a boyfriend. Like, oh
Yeah.
no,
Okay,
I have a
awesome.
boyfriend. It's like, oh,
Next question is next question is not to Jude. Jude's not going to
Oh,
have much of a
Jude.
purpose in this conversation right now. Steph, when was the last time a guy approached you?
Oh. Oh. It's been a while.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So here's what I'm coming up with here is that guys are doing it less and less because I imagine it was way more common back in the day. And I do think it is because of those societal pressures. But
Right.
also, Ethan, to your point, and to any guy who's watching out there, the reason doesn't matter. Like if it's a no, it's a no. I agree, you just walk away. Like you're not going to change someone's mind. But it could be a million different things like that person already has a boyfriend, right? Like if somebody were to approach you, Steph, you may just flat out say no. You don't have to say, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." You're just going to say no to them, right?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the times guys compartmentalize it, and I'm guilty of this too. I'm not saying I'm exempt, but we compartmentalize it and think it's something to do with us. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, it actually has way more to do with just the other person and it just not being a right fit than something wrong about the actual guy.
Right.
yeah, but I'm an overthinker, so I'm always gonna go to the absolute worst case scenario, which is I am chopped as hell.
Ethan, I don't think you're actually that chopped because visually you have a huge advantage.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Thanks, buddy. I don't think you're that chopped either.
Thank you. I don't have the same advantage. I'm
Oh my God,
definitely
they're
not black.
flirting. Certified lover boys unite.
No, I'm gonna cry because we can't do that podcast.
Oh my God. Fuck. I mean, I don't know what to say for Ethan. Like, not that you're necessarily asking for advice, but I vote you just keep going, man. Like, don't give
I mean,
up.
I haven't given up.
Yeah.
I just try to not think about.
Mm. Mhm.
Stop searching.
Oh, here
Do
we
you
go.
want to have?
Maddie just
No, I always disagreed with this, and then I heard a story because I hate the idea of if you stop searching,
I hate
that's when
that.
you find it. I think it's the
Everyone
dumbest thing in
says
the world.
it. I hate
Dude's,
it.
yeah,
Hate it.
Jude says it, Mike says it, they're wrong. And I'll tell you why they're wrong. Because I'm a firm believer in you make your own luck, right? Like if
Right.
your life sucks, look at what environment you're putting yourself in. If your dating life sucks, look at what environment you're putting yourself in. If you can't get a good job, how are you bettering yourself with like education and like finances and stuff? That doesn't mean every person's like the right person for you, Jude. I know what you're gonna say, but here's my thing. Here's my thing though. There is, so it's not, oh, the right person will find you, but it is, that shouldn't be your focus. You can have that as a goal. That shouldn't be your focus. You can still look for it. But I was talking to my cousin. Um, for those who don't know, I went through a little bit, we'll call it a little bit of a breakup, over a year ago now, and I was talking to my cousin about this, and and goes um he goes, Nolan, he's like, you know how many single girls are out there looking for the one? And I'm like, a lot of them. He's like, I almost guarantee you, Nolan, he's like 90% of girls that are single are out there just looking for their one, hoping they find their one. He's like, why on earth would you waste your time also looking when they're out there doing all the work for you? He's like, you don't work on looking for the one. You work on being the one. And then I was like, holy shit. So in a sense, like, I know what Jude and Mike and all those people are trying to say, that like just focus on yourself and it'll happen. But there is still an end goal of being emotionally aware and putting yourself out there and opening up your opportunities to women. Like, if you focus on yourself and being the one, the chances of a girl just walking up to you in a coffee shop one day and that being a match, not very good. So you still have to put yourself out there and date. It's just the focus can't be on the people you're dating. The focus has to be on how you're improving and sustaining your own lifestyle.
Damn. That's some good shit right there.
Big shout out to friend of the show, Seward, who was on an episode in November. Hopefully we can get him back on, but that was his advice. So credit Ben Seward on there.
I'm curious on that too, because I heard some really interesting stuff. I can't remember what podcast it was on, but someone was like, if you picture the type of, I guess, girl you want, like, what does she do for a living? Like, what type of personality does she have? Like, if you picture who you think you ideally would really like to have in your life, where would she be? She's probably not, going out at clubs on Friday nights, or like, depending on the girl you're looking for, but like, just examples, like she's either not going to clubs on Friday nights, or maybe she is, or like just kind of picturing like what you think she would be doing, and like go and try to find her there, sort of thing.
Exactly. Like, the only reason she should be partying hard on a Friday night is if she's at a 3 Nines Fine concert.
That's right. And so you go and find a local band with impeccable taste, like I don't know, it's a place called the Beer Shack, I guess, on Sunday, and then you just know she's fucking sweet, Then you found the one. It's that easy. Don't know if you guys knew.
I support this message.
Now, here's a question for you, Steph, which I love how I'm asking you these questions, because once again, you've never been in the position of me.
I have really no say. And even my single friends would say,
and
like, why
did you grew up in Delta?
I sure did.
Okay, so you are in a metropolitan area. For our we'll call it international listeners, probably in the greater Vancouver area, 2 million people maybe in the greater Vancouver area. Yeah. So Ethan has a little bit of a bigger dating pool than me. I have recently moved to a very small town. I think that also kind of changes just kind of the approach. And I think, that almost makes it harder when everyone knows everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be that guy who that's his MO,
Fair. Yeah, that's tricky, actually. I hadn't really thought about that. Because in one breath, it's almost like easier because everybody knows everybody, and then you kind of like get maybe tighter connections there and everything, and they develop a little bit stronger, and then you really know who you're dating. But
yeah, I think it's easier to make in-person connections.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, for yeah, I don't know. Because I was just thinking about like what you were saying about how, like, all your no's will eventually lead you to a yes, right?
Mhm.
And like I 100% agree with that. Like it takes one yes is all it
Totally.
takes, right? Like nobody cares about the no's if you get one yes, from the right person, of course.
Yeah.
But if you have a finite number of no's, or if you have a a situation where, yeah, I don't know if it matters. I don't know if it matters.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like as long as you don't do something really stupid, like you should be fine. Like I feel like you don't want to be the guy who's known for going to a bar in a small town and always asking the girls out at the bar. Like you don't want to be that guy.
Right.
But if you find ways to connect, and this is for girls and guys, if you find ways to connect with people that you're interested in a less forced kind of way, I guess. As long as you don't do
Yeah.
anything really stupid on the date, like I feel like you should be fine, you know?
Right.
Because one person's cup of tea may not be
Mhm.
someone else's. So if you go on a date with a girl and she's like, "Oh, like not my cup of tea," as long as you don't do anything highly questionable, that doesn't discount every other person she tells that to, right?
Totally.
But then if you
Yeah.
do something stupid, then that does
Mm.
discount
Oh,
every other
ew.
person she tells that to, you know?
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I was kind of curious because, you know, moving to a small town, it's just kind of like, what is that gonna be like? Because, yeah, I don't know. Like in
I
some
will
ways, it,
say it's making friends a
yeah.
lot harder than I thought it was going to be, just friends in general. And I feel like it's partly because like I don't care, right? And like I know that sounds bad, but it's like with the circle I have with like Jude and Ethan and you and Gage and Scott and all these people that the you know are back in the greater Vancouver area, it's like the bar is set so high. It's like why am I going to invest
Mm,
my time in meeting other people when I already kind of have the crew in a sense that I want, or like I already have the people surrounding me that I want to be surrounding me. Like I've always been one to keep my social circle pretty small because I'm the big quality over quantity person. So like for me, it is
love it.
harder to make friends around here. I will say dating, Hinge, very limited pool. I've gone on one date since I've been here.
Good for you.
And it's been 3 months, and there's I don't know, maybe like 50 women on Hinge in Penticton. Like it is a
Oh,
low number. We got
oh.
through that quickly.
What's your age bracket right now?
Well, I deleted it now because I ran out of people.
Yeah.
I think it was, I believe it was 24 to 30. So for those who
Yeah.
don't know, I'm 26.
24 to 30.
So
Yeah, that feels right. Yeah. What about you,
What's
Ethan?
my age range?
Yeah.
Let's see. 20 to 31.
this could be very incriminating.
No,
19 to
Yeah,
20.
hook them up to a lie
29.
detector. I feel like I
Yeah.
feel like even if here's my personal thing, it's like after all the shit that I've been through, I feel like emotional maturity is a huge thing for me. I think I prioritize that a little bit over like an initial spark or excitement. So that's kind of
Hmm.
why I set mine at 24 opposed to going younger. I feel like you got to roll with at least 21 minimum. Like if I can't imagine dating someone that can't drink in the States yet.
Yeah. I even I even just think about, I don't know, us at 21 and 22. It's obviously not that long ago, but just so much changes in that time.
At 21, I have a picture of me and Jude sitting in the work parking lot drinking non-alcoholic beers because we thought it was cool.
Oh, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Great memory. Wouldn't trade it for the world, but you know what I'm
I
saying?
remember that picture. Yeah, you guys were hilarious. Truly. Yeah, that seems like a. Or wait, did we hear Ethan's age range?
Oh, no. Oh,
Not
I thought
yet.
I said it.
Go ahead.
It's 20 to 31.
to 30, 31. Oh, he wants an older woman. How old are you, Ethan?
I'm 25, unfortunately.
Oh.
Why is that unfortunate?
I'm an unk. I'm getting there, bro.
You're an uncle. What the fuck does that make me? I'm older than you.
You're a Gramps, bro.
Gramps, yeah, you're croaking on sight. That's tight. Yeah, 25's right around the corner for me, so I hear you. Are you no one?
Oh, one, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you one?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
So is Judy Bear. Hey?
Oh,
Aw.
I didn't know. I didn't know we were the same age.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I feel old. I'm the only 90s child here.
Yikes. Fuck, man.
Different time back then, different
That's
time.
crazy. That RSP must be full. Had so much time on this planet. Yeah, yeah. Totally. Well, what's a scale of 1 to 10, your time in Penticton versus 1 to 10 here?
Like in terms of what am I ranking it on?
I'm gonna
Just
say
like
your general like satisfaction for no, not satisfaction. Just your general well-being and happiness.
um wow, we're just gonna get deep. We've moved on from dating into general happiness. I would say
It's gonna be a 3-hour episode.
yeah, we're gonna have to do another meeting. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Or we're doing another call.
Oh my god, it's almost over again? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It felt like it
Nah, bro.
flew.
You know what? Here's the thing. It's
Don't
like I
even
always knew I wanted to live in Penticton to maintain a certain lifestyle, right? Like you have the lakes on either end. It's a little bit more small town, more communal vibes,
Mhm.
less traffic. You have the hiking trails. You have I just love the small town feel. I think it's like it gives you all the tools necessary to lead, I think, a much healthier lifestyle than in a big city. Like obviously big cities make sense for a lot of people.
Yeah.
For example, employment is a huge thing, right? Like, especially for people like say yourself and Jude, like I imagine the biggest design firms are all in metropolitan
yeah.
areas. I imagine being in a rock band, it's very important to be close proximity
Yes.
to your fans and the venues, right? So like that totally makes sense, but for me that wasn't necessarily tied down to a career and had an opportunity to restart that and go through a transition. That part's awesome. The tough part, I think, which I underestimated a little bit, is the isolation factor.
Yeah.
Because I feel like humans are inherently social beings. We, are meant to crave connection. Not everyone is gonna subscribe to this belief style, but like I grew up Catholic, and so I know Jude did as well, so he'll relate to what I'm saying. But it's like God made Adam and Eve, not just Adam or just Eve. Like it's in our DNA to connect with people and be social. And I think I underestimated the isolation a bit, but who's the only one that can change that environment? Me. Like it has nothing to do with Penticton. It has me putting the work to change my environment, right? So like
Right.
I gotta own that. So I guess like
Mm.
in terms of the move itself and the factors out of my control, I'd say like 9. Thrilled with it. Would do it again like
Fuck yeah.
tomorrow. And I think that also plays into Ethan and people that like feel similar to Ethan because we crave connection. It can be very devastating if we put out a bid for connection and don't receive it back. Like I totally get how that can ruin a night.
Well, no, I mean, I see what you're trying to say, but like, there, you shouldn't go into the mindset that they're obligated to give you something. Like they shouldn't like
Well, Ethan, do you go
have to
but
talk
do
to
you
you.
go into it with the mindset?
No, I
Exactly,
just
exactly.
fucking
You
shoot my
don't go
shot,
into it with
bro.
that mindset, but it still sucks for you. So it doesn't matter what mindset you go into it with. It's not a,
Yeah,
it's
it's
because
true, but
it's not about your mindset going into it. It should be about your mindset after it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Will I change? No.
that's what you said. I'm just regurgitating his motions.
What did you
He's
What
like,
did you say? Wait.
stupid. Sorry. If you know, you know.
What Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can't speak for Ethan. So like the date I went on recently, right? Really good date. And from a female perspective, I assume that you and Jude still have some romance. Otherwise, it'd be pretty boring 10 years almost.
Yeah.
Uh, so my biggest thing, like I said, my biggest thing, like actually on dates, is I'm very bad at escalating, like romantic tension, I'll call it, right? Like it can be a fun date, we can vibe, but there isn't necessarily that like spark. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you to elaborate on that?
Like for example, so the most recent date I was on, right? Lovely, lovely lady.
I thought you were gonna say
She,
young woman. I was really worried. Go ahead.
no, lovely lady.
Mhm.
She had a PhD, which I thought was pretty cool.
Damn, she must have been 30.
No, she was 27.
Fuck. All right, carry
27.
on.
Yeah, there we go. The grind. I can only imagine her student debt, which is exactly why I did not go to post-secondary because I don't
Yeah.
fall for the system.
Damn
Anyways,
straight.
damn straight. Anyways, getting off topic. So it's just like a coffee date, and we just like talked, like got to know each other for like a couple hours, and then there was a market in town, like a spring market. So she's
Mhm.
like, hey, like why don't we go check out the market? So I'm like, oh, this is going so well. Like she extended the offer to like do another activity, which I think is a really good sign
I agree.
because if somebody doesn't want to be on a date with you, they're not going to come up with a plan to make it longer, kind of thing,
Agreed.
you know?
Yes.
So we go on the date, and then also like this is exactly how you should play it out. Exactly how you should play it out. If you don't do this,
What are you doing?
what are you doing? Because after the date, so I'm not doing the whole I'm gonna wait 3 days to text her back BS. No, like we're all adults here, right?
Yes.
So after the date, said, hey, had a really great time with you today. She was like, me too, kind of thing. Next day, asked her on a second date. She goes, honestly, I had a really fun time with you, but I didn't feel a spark between us. She said,
Mm,
if you want, like I know you're new to town, like we can hang out, be friends, but like, I just don't see anything going past this like dating wise. And I
right.
said, that's awesome. Like I had a really good time with you. I appreciate your honesty. I'm not interested in your friendship right now, but like I wish you all the best, right? That's exactly what it should be like, you know? She handled that. Yeah. Yeah, I know you guys can't see Jude right now because the camera's on me, but she handled that perfectly because she could have ghosted me, she could have been rude, she could have, but she explained like, you know, I'm just not feeling it, and she was upfront and she got back to me right away, exactly how rejecting someone should be handled. I
Hmm.
said, I appreciate your honesty. I was kind. I wished her the best. I turned down her bid for friendship because, like, if you're on a date, you're not interested in being friends with
Bro said
with
I'm
the
looking for
person.
a lover, not a buddy.
Exactly. Like I got my friends on a podcast with me right now, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that is how that she handled it with a lot of maturity. I appreciate her for that because I know there's a lot of people, guys and girls, that don't do that.
Yes.
And I think my response was very good. So that's kind of what I mean. It's like we had a really good date, like hanging out and enjoying each other's company, but I already knew coming out of it too. I'm like, when you just got a feeling, I'm like, I didn't carry that well enough in terms of just like
Mm,
increasing, yeah, like increasing like the flirtatiousness, increasing the romantic tension. And I think there's a fine line because I think a lot of the guys do have a little bit of a fear of coming off too strong on a first date.
mm,
So I kind of treat this as like, okay, this is practice, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like I know where
yes.
the benchmark is where we left it. And obviously all people are different, right? Some people have different comfort levels. Some people are going to be super flirty and over the top. Some people are going to be super reserved, right?
Yeah.
So it
Sure.
depends on the person you're going on a date with. But now I'm like, okay, I have a rough benchmark of this level of tension built gets me, oh, that was fun, but there's no spark. So next time we'll just up it slightly, and then we'll have our new benchmark. We'll see what the response is. It's all data kind of thing, you know?
And I'm curious, is your
You have less than a minute, by the way.
oh, okay,
We
really
can
quick.
do another meeting if you want, but just so you know.
Okay. Is your flirting style more banter or is it more complimenting?
Oh, see, okay, so I was thrown off. My flirting style is um is more probably like the banter, which I think is the harder one to do. I always try and lead with a I say this like I've been on tons of dates. Yeah, well, I think when it comes to me on dates, that is gonna have to be an answer. You find out next time when you tune in, when Steph is back on. We'll leave you on a little cliffhanger. Thank you for tuning in to High Flyin, and thank you to our very special guest, Steph Nicholls.